Hello, I'm Avery, Hazel, or Kylie. You can just pick one, I don't care.
Hello, I am Lily.
And welcome to the From the Closet podcast. Today we are covering Hocus Pocus 2. So, as usual, this episode will contain spoilers for said movie. If you would like to avoid those, you will find a link in the description below to the Just Watch page for this movie, which itself will have links to every place that you can rent, purchase, or stream this movie with price comparisons for renting and purchasing. For us here in the US, it is available for streaming on Disney Plus. Also, in the description, you'll find a link to our Patreon where you can get access to episodes before they release, as well as early access to episodes of our sister show, Off the Shelf, which is about books, and that podcast is exclusive to YouTube and Patreon. The Patreon will also let you vote on future episodes of this show. Also, in the description, you will find a link to Anchor.fm, which has since become Spotify for podcasters. That page will have links to every platform that this podcast is on, as well as links to our Instagram and Twitter, where you can be notified when we release a new episode. With that being said, though, if you'd like to support us but can't do so financially, the best way is just to listen to our podcast on Spotify. Um, with all that being said, though, Lily, can you spin the wheel and also tell our audience what they can expect next from us?
Of course. I respin the wheel. But before I check on that, um, where the fuck am I? Okay, cool. So next week you can expect Inside Out and the Dragon Prince Book 1 Moon.
Hmm. All right then. Inside Out. Finally, we get to something good.
This movie, I don't know what to feel about this movie.
I feel something about this movie. I don't know. All
Like, I'm not
right,
as
but
confused as The Last Unicorn, but
hmm,
it's up there.
yeah. So anyway, please get out if you'd like to avoid spoilers, because we're going to talk about this movie now. And yeah, okay. So can you like do a quick Google search and remind me like when the original came out and when this one came out?
Oh, actually, that's kind of funny. Because these two movies take place during like when it released, and the movie actually did say how long that gap was 29 years.
Are you fucking kidding me? These movies released 29 years apart?
Yeah.
Why do the Sanderson sisters look exactly the fucking same?
Um, I believe I heard someone explain it, but the first time was like when they first did the movie, they heavy makeup and everything. Now it's not so heavy because they just older.
Wow.
You know it's true. But yeah, no, I do commend them for making the Sanderson sisters look the exact same. Like major props on that. Though I mean it helps that they're the same actors, but still.
I mean, okay. I don't know why this movie exists. Like, okay, I do personally. I feel this is a better movie than the original because, like, the protagonists are more compelling, and like the witches sing for some reason, and well, they are just like covers of songs that already exist. It does make for some more entertaining scenes than what the original had,
I mean
at
there was
least in
one
my
part
opinion.
where they singed in the first movie, and I wish like they took that like the perfect scene in me. But if they took that song and took this like when they sung in this movie. Because just more interesting things happened while they singed in this movie. I just didn't. I don't know how I felt about the cover though.
I don't know. Like to me, it was like, oh, okay, this is happening now, and I was actually like paying more attention to the screen when they were singing in this movie. Whereas I felt like in the last movie, I just kept getting bored.
I will agree on one thing. The protagonists are better, I think. I don't know. I like them as characters, but there's just I don't know if I like them as like what they provide to the story overall. That includes the ending, which just confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, like why the fuck did this movie expect me to care that the one witch's sisters died and stuff? Like, what are you expecting me to get emotional over this bitch? Like, for real?
I just don't know. I'm not very compelled with like the whole oh, I'm actually a witch and the book comes to me now. It's like as much as I understand the complaint with the protagonist of the first movie, I just liked that dynamic better. They could have done the characters better, but I liked the like the sort of witch hunters undoing
No,
their
like
mistake.
no, like I really do enjoy like the whole thing where they kind of make the book seem like a character itself in this
Well,
movie. Um,
I mean, it always was alive.
yeah, but it didn't really feel that way in the first movie. In this
Yeah.
movie,
Well, I
in this
mean,
movie it feels like the book has thoughts of its own.
and that backstory was a little bit weird.
The backstory to the witch
Yeah.
sisters. I mean, like I had said when I was first watching it, I wasn't even sure if I was watching their backstory if it was just like three completely different girls. Because I'm like, what's going on here? Am I watching a movie that's like not even connected to the other one,
I mean, I
or
don't.
are these?
I mean, I guess I can understand a little bit, but I mean, their voices were just a younger-fied versions of their
They
adult
didn't sound
voices.
similar at all to me, and like their mannerisms and the way they behaved didn't strike me as like how the witches behaved at all.
Well, I
It
mean,
just felt
they
like when
did.
they became it felt like when they became witches, their entire personality changed.
I mean, they did have quite a how I say this was 16 and like when she was 16, I'm pretty sure she's over 100 now. I mean, things definitely do change when, you're being
I mean, I don't know.
revived.
I feel like it's a drastic jump from I don't want to marry this guy to I want to consume children's souls.
Well, Avery, that's just what you do because you have to make yourself look younger.
I can say confidently that I have never once tried to consume the soul of a child to make myself look younger.
Because you just haven't been trying hard enough. Also, you're like, what, mid 20s?
I'm 26.
Around there. See, you don't need the soul of the child to make yourself look younger. Wait like 20 years.
Can we talk about how fucking stupid the witches are, though? Like, they literally believe when, like, our teenage protagonists tell them that they're 40.
I I just love like they're just like yeah, they're not that smart, but they own it.
Yeah, I don't know. Something I find it really, really, really enjoyable how like the protagonists in this movie just flat out outsmart the witches at like every fucking turn. And then like when when they trap the witches in salt, I can't remember what analogy the witches used, but I found it to be fucking hilarious. It was something about like meat or some shit.
Damn, I don't remember.
Yeah, you
But
know what I'm
I told
talking about though.
I feel like I do. But Avery, I told you my favorite like just my favorite thing about this movie. And I'm gonna tell
Yeah, the
everyone
room.
else. The goddamn Roombas. I thought there was gonna be like a cheap joke, but just seeing them just move around on their own, following the witches, it's just so cute. I want a
You
Roomba as
know,
a pet.
one thing that struck me as odd was when they start, like, when the protagonists start talking to their friend Cassie, or former friend or whatever, and they're going off about how Mike was making fun of them, and then, like, we get a reveal that he doesn't realize that calling people weird is making fun of them. And I'm just like, uh, I'm about as flabbergasted as they were, because, like, it's like, huh?
We have the intelligence of the first movie, random cast of the first movie.
Yeah, we have the intelligence of, like, the average intelligence of the cast members of the first movie is, like, all exemplified into this one person.
Yeah. God, remember like the two bullies in the first movie?
Oh, God.
They're almost about to be sacrificed as Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, and then, like, they bring back this, the one guy, Billy, whatever his face was. Um, I'll admit, he was probably the funniest part of the movie.
So, I'd also like to point out that so obviously the first movie exists with the second movie. That's not being contested. So why was someone watching the first movie in the second movie?
You know, you said that, and then, like, as I was watching it, I was looking out for it, and I never saw that.
It was so the it's not obvious at first, but it was when the witch like the I can't remember the name, but the green one was looking through looked through this person's screen into their house, and it was the scene where like the devil costume um and his wife, I believe, and he's saying, I want you all out," or something like that, and then shut up,
What?
Satan.
I don't know. Like,
But that was from the first movie, I remember.
what if it's just like a canonical video recording that exists in universe?
I don't know, because the two people were also like, oh, first of all, it happened, like, that's cut, happened in with someone's house. Second of all, um, the two people watching it had, like, popcorn, like they were watching a movie.
I don't know. I can't explain it. I didn't catch the scene, so there's not much
I
I can really do to try to figure it out.
I might send you a clip if I could even find it.
I might watch it. I also might not. I
There's
find
a lot of
myself
mics
just
going on.
yeah. I find myself just not really caring much about this franchise like at all.
I mean, also, I don't really know how much, like, the videos I send you, you actually watch.
Not very many of them.
Yeah.
Like it depends on the length very much, and if it's longer than like 2 minutes, I'm not quite as likely to watch it. That's why most of the videos I send you are shorts.
I mean, there's, like, a few videos that I also don't watch that you send me that are just like, here's something that explains everything.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of videos that I send you, like I sent Lily a video last night that just it kind of broke my brain and just I was like, okay, yeah, this is this is us living in the dumbest timeline.
Oh wait, I actually did watch that video. And you know
Yeah,
I watched that video.
yeah, because you said it also hurt your brain.
I actually had to
And
rewatch that video like a few like today. And like just I had to keep track of everything that was happening.
and the listeners at home are never gonna know what video this is. But let's just say this movie probably hurts my brain just as much as that video. Now, that video only hurts my brain because of how fucking stupid the people they were describing were.
No, I just this ending and not just like the Sanderson sisters like, "Oh no, my friends." But it's also just, "Oh, I guess we're a coven now." Yay! Now
I,
what?
I mean, the movie was very clearly building up to that the entire time. Like, you had to know that was coming. That ending didn't come out of left field.
It didn't come out of left field. But still, what? This is just now what?
Who
Like,
knows? Who cares, really?
but then it's like with this group now.
Now
Great.
what? Now,
Now
I'll
you're
tell you
witches in
what
the.
now. I'll tell you what now. Disney doesn't make another one of these garbage movies, and we move on. That's what now.
I give them another 20 years.
Please don't. Disney, please stop. I mean,
No, I think Disney
I
should
would
make a
hope
new one in the next 29 years.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping that the whole like conversation about how the Sanderson sisters are never ever coming back, and like how hard they went in on that conversation. I really hope that's an indication that another one of these movies is just never fucking happening.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I would want another one of these movies. Because, okay, let's see it this way. The Sanderson sisters only got 2 movies. Home Alone got 6. Where's the
Yes,
justice?
and Home Alone 1 was already fucking terrible. And I guarantee I've just angered people who watched this episode and haven't seen our Home Alone episode where I ranted about how bad that movie is.
I mean, you already angered them in that episode too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here comes the dislike bar. Joke's on them, though. I don't go and look at my dislikes.
I mean, dislikes also don't even show up, so
They do if you have, like, an external plugin.
I still don't know. Like, a lot of people are just going off, like, how they think it works, and it just makes no sense.
I mean, I think it's weird that external plugins are still capable of showing dislikes, but whatever. Like, I don't see the point in it.
What do you mean?
Because, I mean, YouTube disabled dislikes because like, they wanted to stop people from bullying smaller creators, but then they made it so that only the creator can view the number of dislikes. So you achieved absolutely nothing there, YouTube.
Yeah,
And
I
furthermore,
don't
unless
understand
it's
it either.
something and furthermore, unless it's something like a tutorial, I can't see why wanting to know the amount of dislikes a video has would be like warranted. Like, why does the number of dislikes matter if it's not a tutorial or something like that? Because like
Yeah,
if
a
it's a
lot of people are
tutorial,
like,
you can like, if it's a
I feel,
tutorial, it makes sense because people will dislike a tutorial if the tutorial doesn't work.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of people say like, "Oh, but what if it's a scam?" And you'd be able to know if it's a scam easier or something like that. So the one thing I have is like, can you just like go to the comments or something?
I
Especially
mean,
like, well, a lot of
that takes significantly more effort than just looking at a number next to a dislike button.
I mean, technically, on mobile, it takes the same amount of effort.
No.
Well, only on like you only see like the top comment, but still.
But then like also there's just another feature on YouTube. I don't understand why it exists at all. The ability
But
to dislike comments. Why does this feature exist? Like, you can't see the number of dislikes a comment has gotten. You can't see if someone has disliked your comment. So, what's the point of it existing?
I mean, I always thought like the dislike comments like go at the bottom of like when you try to view comments.
No, they don't. So, I don't know. I don't get the point.
I mean, they still could. I haven't gone into the deep dive of YouTube's code.
I don't get it. It just seems like the most pointless feature ever. But then again, YouTube is like the platform of pointless features.
Oh well. I mean,
But yeah, I don't know. I
Snake's
find
also
it
a
hard to care
pointless.
about.
Hmm?
I don't know. I find it hard to care about this franchise at all. And it's like, I don't know. Finding good Halloween movies that aren't horror, just to circle back to what you said before the podcast, like, sure, I guess it's kind of hard, but like, I don't know. You've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. You've got Coraline, which maybe some people would consider to be a horror movie. I don't.
Eh, it borders on it.
You've got like Paranorman and Frankenweenie, Monster House. I guess there's also
I don't
Goosebumps.
want to watch Monster House again.
I haven't ever seen it. There's also Goosebumps, which I've heard some people say is a horror movie, and I'm just like, there's absolutely nothing fucking scary in that entire movie. Unless you're,
Okay,
like, scared of the puppet, I guess.
so actually, it's I actually have an interesting relationship with Monster House because one day I was hanging out with my friend with some other friends, and he literally just like, you know what? I want to watch Monster House. So he pulls out the DVD. He brings out the DVD player and watched it like that.
Why?
It also had, but also we didn't get to watch it like this. But it wasn't just Monster House. We could have watched. It was the DVD was Monster House 3D.
Okay.
And yeah, that was the first time and last time I watched that movie.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, well, you don't have any cool stories.
I have plenty of cool stories, but I shall tell them another day. How much time have we been talking? Not enough, but goddamn. But I feel like there's just nothing to say about this fucking movie. This franchise.
Actually, wait a minute. There's something. Can we talk about
What?
that fucking tease with that black cat?
I don't know. I guess you can talk about it because I have nothing really to say about it.
I don't know. Like I know after the first movie, um, the black cat died and the soul is now free. But I just really wanted that cat to talk. It's just I like talking cats, okay?
I guess you must think The Aristocats is a good movie. As much as I like
What?
cats, I fucking hate that movie.
I don't know that movie. So
Good.
it's not like I'm gonna
I,
say like goddamn Cats is a good movie. Ugh.
even thinking that is enough to make me want to punch someone.
Punch someone else.
Yeah, I will punch you in like a different universe or some shit.
At least it's not me.
And then have my counterpart from that universe punch you.
Hey, actually, can you punch me in the timeline where I'm a racist?
Why do you think there's a timeline where you're a racist?
I mean, I always believe that there's like millions of infinite possibilities of timelines, some including where I'm a god, some including where I'm dead, and there's a possibility where I'm a racist.
Okay, but that's a random one.
Wait, do you want to punch me while I'm a god?
Yes.
Sure, knock yourself out.
No, it would knock you out because you're the one getting punched.
I don't think that punch would do anything, and you'd get knocked out.
Nah. Because if there's a universe where you're a god, like, I would have to be like a titan or some shit.
Okay, but here's the thing though. You're just going in as yourself, and not you in the universe that you're visiting.
Sure.
That is
But
totally how that works.
that universe version of me would still be like me.
Yeah, but you yourself have to punch me. You can't just rely on someone else that is also you to punch me.
Okay, why are we talking about this during
I don't
recording?
know.
I don't
I
know.
mean, truthfully, we kind of just ran out of things to say.
Yeah, because this franchise just. Why the fuck does this franchise exist? I'm sorry.
Witches.
I want us to go to something else so badly because why did you pick this, Lily?
Let's see. Actually, there's a few reasons why I picked this movie. One, because I kind of wanted to watch the sequel to see if it was good or worse than the first one. Second, I have emotional ties to the first one because I watched it when I was a kid. Um, Three Witches.
I don't know. Like why do witches always seem to come in three as well, or like any
I
magic users in general? It's like yeah, it's always
huh.
fucking three. Like even like my brain is just going to like a fucking Amazon Prime kids show where they use a magic cookbook, and there's always three people who are like keepers of that cookbook, and it's like what the fuck?
Why did your brain go to a Amazon kids show with a magical cookbook?
Because that's like it. For starters, it's a really good show.
There's
But
like
like
a few other
that
magical things that you could have gone to first.
okay. Magic, three girls, book. Like, come on. How would I not just go to that connection?
I don't know, you have a few other connections that you can go to.
Yeah, another
Like,
one where it's three girls and a magic book.
hmm. But I bet that magic book doesn't have an eye.
Does it? Now I can't fucking remember.
I'd be horrified if it did. No
I mean,
cookbook needs an eye.
every cookbook needs an eye
Why?
because you want your cookbook to be watching you.
Why, so it can judge me? It's like, you should have added a little bit more salt there.
Yes, that's exactly why you want your cookbook to be watching you.
Oh, Jesus.
Nope, it's just me.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this episode has been a train wreck. It might possibly still somehow end up being the funniest episode of the podcast, though.
I mean,
Just because the tangents we go on are probably going to give at least some people some laughs. I don't know.
yeah, we should make a comedy duo.
Yeah, sure. That would definitely be good for our brand.
Maybe not.
Yeah, but anyway, fucking hell. How much time we got? Uh,
Tonight we could end
enough
right
that
now.
Yeah, enough that I could get you to just start talking about the critic ratings. Let's go.
Oh, you want me to talk about the critic ratings, huh? What
Yeah.
what would you want me to say? You want me to say that IMDb gives this a 6 out of 10? You'd also want me to say Rotten Tomatoes gives this a 64%. And I would bet you want me to say that 75% of Google users like this movie. Is that what you
I
wanted me to
mean,
say?
you could say that if you wanted to. Um, I guess for me though, I think I'm probably gonna have to say that this movie deserves like maybe a 5.9.
Damn. I mean that's a little bit harsh, but like most of humanity's creations has more worth than The Last Unicorn.
I mean, I feel like it is higher than what I gave the first movie. I think I rated the first one in the fours. So,
I can't remember. I don't remember. You know what? I think I actually do want to like whatever I rated it because I know sometimes I'm influenced by what like you rate a movie, and I do know I do have a little bit stronger feelings to the first movie than I originally thought. So I might have to raise that eventually. I don't know though. I don't know my own ratings. But as for this movie, eh, just 7. I don't feel like going into the 6s, but it doesn't get any more 7 than just 7.
feel like that's very generous for a movie like this, but okay. So I guess at this point, just join us next week for Inside Out and the Dragon Prince Book One Moon. Finally, some good content. But for us, we've got to record Inhuman Season 1 next, so, uh, but until next time, I've been Avery, that's been Lily, and we will be seeing you.